We all go a little mad sometimes.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
They're here.
Insert panpipe music here. Hi,
Hello there.
I'm Lee, something, 25-foot snake.
And you're only in the first one because you get killed off.
There you go.
Yeah. And I am JLO's assistant, who gets no mention at all and no thank you whatsoever because she's a cunt. And I'm
Harry
not in the
Were.
sequel.
Baby Bird.
Yeah.
I love her in this movie. You brought the devil, okay? You brought this.
And I'm not in the sequel. And you're listening to...
They're here.
Oh, I should have done that together.
Well, here we are.
Well, here we are.
Who says I failed?
A discussion.
About snakes. I'm joking. Disembowelment.
Of all things, fear
Horror.
and the macabre. I have to
Okay.
get it in there somewhere. It's gonna be.
You killed my wife's snake! So,
Creature feature. Blah. Boo.
today we have Anaconda, 1997. Another movie that was, like, very, very heavy in rotation for me as a kid.
Yes.
This was very much so equal parts watched as Lake Placid for me as a kid.
Yes.
Like, I loved this. Just another regular animal, but make it huge movie. And that's kind of all I want from a creature feature, you know?
Yeah. I really, really enjoyed this film, and I actually think I like it more now
Yeah.
than what I did way back when, because I was always slightly disinterested in snakes. That was a lot of S's there. And when I was watching it the other day, and I just remember seeing like those great like the kills were just amazing, and that's what really kind of got me, is that one shot of the opening mouth,
Yeah.
and going down onto John Voight,
Yeah.
Strange Paraguay.
Angelina Jolie, daddy with a clip-on ponytail in the back. Jesus. Don't nobody have a hairline that thin with a ponytail that thick. That's a piece, baby. Snakes, you see.
Well, yeah, this film is honestly a fantastic film. I like this movie, and some shaky shots in this film, and some really great creature effects.
I was gonna say, I think like 99% like kind of excellent. Even the CG is kind of excellent, especially for 97.
Yeah.
Like when you think about, like, I think only like a year later we get Blade
Yes.
with the
blood god.
blood, La Manga, and all that kind of shit.
La
But like,
Manga.
just even as a kid, the way the snake moved, like even the CG snake, I was always like, damn, that looks really fucking good.
Yeah.
Like you get the sense that this thing is just like
weight.
one huge piece of muscle.
Yeah.
You know, and like there's one scene kind of in particular where I was like, damn, this CG really fucking holds up, where John Voight is going up the ladder and it comes around him.
Around it,
And I was like, you can see like musculature and like ligaments and shit moving under the skin of the snake. Like I was really impressed.
Yeah.
I think there's maybe like one or two shots of the snake that are very like, oh, but
Girl,
like
that's a
other
puppet.
than that, and they kind of only really show it for like a second, but the puppet, like the animatronics in this movie are fucking pristine.
Yeah.
They're stunning. They look
They're
so
done very
good.
well. Exactly, just like the crocodile that we were talking about in Lake Placid. Done very, very well, and it's, I'm not gonna say believable.
Oh, it is.
for
Like there's a
some
snake in that
parts,
shot with them
but
people.
like, it's just,
It's very, very
I
serviceable.
think maybe it's the eyes and the fat cheeks.
No, do you know what it is to me? It's the voice. The fact that the snake yells and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a voice actor credited as the voice of the Anaconda. You know?
God.
And like, trying to watch it now, I'm like trying to rationalize. Like, because I'm like fully on the side of this movie. I'm like, I don't care. I'm a big advocate for this movie. But, because I feel like this movie gets a kind of a bad reputation as like some shitty 90s movie. And I'm like, no, this movie is great. It's like funny at some points. There's like some genuinely good kills in it.
Yeah.
You know, and there's like real tension. Once again, people are the actual monster.
I was just about to say that
they're hunting the snake.
They are,
at some
and
point.
like it's the same. It's the same as when we were talking about like when I say Lake Placid, I'm referring to the crocodile or so the alligator.
Look, it's Lake Placid. Yeah, you know, like Mr. Lake Placid, the crocodile. Yeah,
Cut
it's
to
just
the
the
stage,
cow. But it's the same as like the shark in Jaws. It's just called Jaws. You know what I mean? You refer to it like that as a kid.
But it's very much that kind of, like, how do you explain it?
Just leave it alone.
Just leave it alone. It's not. It's only hunting you because it's doing what an animal does.
Yeah. Also, you're like
it's nature.
actively hunting it and like fishing for it.
Yeah.
You know, I think what is it like? Owen Wilson only dies because they like throw a hook in its head and it gets like pissed off. You know.
I think it's really important that we do kind of say, like, again, there is a certain camp factor that comes with creature features. Yeah. Specifically with this film in particular, because we'll get into it because like there's so many things. So like acting, voice acting, accents.
Mateo. It's too much. John
It is
Voight's
too much.
like his accent in this. Like my note is like, this is borderline problematic. Like, it sounds like he's doing like, oh, for sure. It's like very like white guy does Latin voice, but like also tries to make it sound like Germanic or like European or something like that. This voice is, oh, for real. His voice is all over the place in this movie. But I remember as a kid, I was like, he's so badass.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's sort of that rugged Indiana Jones figure that is like, I know what I'm doing, I know how to blah blah, and like I know how to survive. So,
but like from the jump, I was like, damn, they really don't let you like think for a minute that he isn't villainous, because as soon as he gets onto their boat, he literally like he throws the bag over and then he goes, ah! He like jumps over like almost like Dracula or something like that. He looks fucking crazy. But so premise is we get Jennifer Lopez and the kid who played
Dr.
Cher's
Flores.
son. Yeah, the kid who played Cher's son in Mask, Eric Stoltz.
Eric Stoltz, Mask people.
Who might as well not be in this fucking movie.
Yeah, he's useless. He's a plot device, actually, come
and
to think
he also
of it.
kind of pisses me off, where I'm like, this guy's kind of a dick. Like, this guy's kind of a nerd or whatever like that. Jennifer Lopez just, like, wants him or whatever. And then we get Ice Cube as Danny, who is my human chair of the week.
Oh, man.
If Ice Cube is in a movie, I'm gonna want to fuck him.
Sold.
Yeah.
Any movie that Ice Cube is in, boom, you have
Today's
me.
a good day.
Yeah.
He's so good.
It's like, I actually
These
think
snakes
that
aren't
song,
that as big.
that song only, came out
like the same year.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's his opening line. I'm just like, oh, cool.
No, I love him. Yo, there's a guy over there. You know, there's a guy over there in the boat. But no, I always loved Ice Cube because like Ice Cube ends up being like actually like the like badass in this movie.
He does actually, and he in a way, like he does save the day. He takes the situation at the end by the reins and just like, I'm gonna fucking blow up the snake. Get up out of the fucking. It's like a smokestack or something.
Oh my god, this is the stupidest thing ever. I had a note where he goes, try pushing it on the edges, like near where the hinges are. Like that also isn't even how a door works.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to push on the hinges.
On the hinges, why is it
like,
open?
But like looking at it as well, there's no lock on it.
Yeah.
It's just like a metal grate that she's pushing on every side. That isn't how she opens it. You know?
One kind of note I do have on Ice Cube's character is I do want to say that I can see very clearly that the writers, at least by the end of the film, were trying to remove the kind of
black guy dies first.
Well, not even necessarily that, but just kind of the black guy stereotype and like the tokenism of that of him being there. Yeah. Because at the beginning, I'll be fair, it is very almost tokenistic the way he is.
I mean, I guess, but also it's kind of Ice Cube as himself.
Yeah, it's just
like it's
I
very
don't
much
see
so
the
just be Ice Cube.
like the character. I just see Ice Cube. Yeah.
And we have Carrie Wurr as a baby bird. You know,
who's essentially a fucking useless.
She's
Scream
production
queen, really.
manager or some shit like that.
Yeah, she's the assistant. Yeah.
And we have Owen Wilson as sound or whatever like that. These are the worst pair of all. I think like you know, it's shout out to Dead Meat because I actually can't like unhear, like James pointed out that when she goes out to get wild sound, she goes, I'm gonna go get some wild sound, not wild sound, wild sound. Like, the inflection is in the wrong place, you know?
Yeah.
But also, when they go out, they're just talking the whole time.
Yeah.
There's no, like, there isn't even, like, an 8-second long stretch of, like, audio without her going, wow, Gary! Also, like, the last place that I want to get my fucking, like, naked body exposed is the fucking Amazon, like, rainforest.
Yeah.
Right by the river, on the jungle floor, as
mosquitoes, bugs,
jaguars, anacondas, boar,
leeches,
John Voight. You know, it's everything I don't want. Like, everything about this movie just makes me say, like, just stay on the boat.
Yeah.
Just stay on the fucking
boat.
Stay
on the boat and stay underneath in like some compartment where no bugs or anything with it. Well, speaking of bugs, that fucking thing that John Voight does. Oh, gross.
Is that okay?
Gross.
Now, something at the end of this movie had me confused, because Jennifer Lopez is like recounting off all the things where she's like, your boat, Mateo, the stranded boat, all this kind of shit like that, and he's like, don't forget the wasp. But I'm like, are they implying that he like planted that fucking wasp there?
Yeah.
Because that's how they're making it sound, but there's no way that could have happened.
Yeah.
Because it's like shoved into like the rope that's all tangled up in the rudder or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But I loved that shot as a kid, because one thing I will say, the blood in this movie is the right color.
Yes. Oh my god. Finally.
It's the right consistency. It's not completely clear. It's not just red. It's like that, like,
it's not
dark
water.
Black. Yeah. And it's sticky.
Yes.
It's like it's all in her hair, and it, like, you know when the kind of blood smudges out and it starts to go kind of like orange, like it's not just red.
Yeah.
That was one note I had for this.
It
movie.
reminds me of when he like throws the monkey blood onto her JLO and Ice Cube.
Just gonna refer to them as that the whole movie.
Yeah, because like it's the same as like what's her name, Gaga and Brad Pitt in A Star Is Born. I don't see the characters, I just see Brad Pitt and Gaga.
I guess, but like
it's the same with JLO and Ice Cube.
But also, like, all of these people I feel like are like well enough known as their like actor selves to just refer to them as, you know, like we can refer to Owen Wilson as Owen Wilson. I don't have to call him fucking, what was his fucking name?
Something.
Yeah.
Gary.
It was, yeah. He turns on his friends so
quick.
Fast.
Oh my
god. Like, within a second.
Yeah.
Like, John Voight goes to shit at Ice Cube and he's like, I don't think so. It's like, maybe a minute ago you were on our side. You know what I mean? You're on our boat. You're our friend, bro.
Yeah.
I'm your boss. / friend. Why are you on this guy's side, bro?
It's absolutely crazy. I did think like that really did come out of nowhere, especially when John Voight's character turns around and says like $1 million. We sell it for, we capture it alive.
Not a lot of money to shit on my friends.
I'm like, that's a terrible thing to say to someone, and then just around like all of a sudden like Owen Wilson is pointing a gun at them. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Also, $1 million split between what, like 7 of us? Are you fucking serious? One of us is dead. You know, one of us is complete. The whole reason we're out here because of Dr. Whatever.
Yeah.
Is fucking completely incapacitated.
Yeah.
And Mateo is fucking dead as fuck, bro. But they so quickly are like, he's just lost, and just move on down the river. As if like you can just like stop off at the shop or like get a taxi. Like you just dropped him off in the middle of the fucking Amazon
basin. Like I mean, like if you're not gonna get out of it, you're pretty much fucked. In all fairness, but like can we just talk about Mateo for a hot second here? I cannot stand the fact that he jumped back and forth between English variants and no English. I thought it was hilarious because the thing was, both John Voight's character and Mateo, whoever the actor was, they're both Paraguay. They're both from Paraguay. So like it didn't make sense that they were like bouncing back and forth in English and then only Mateo would speak Spanish. So it's just like I was looking at it going, why is this happening? And it's so awkward because like it's literally like it's everyone else and Mateo.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to his actual death, because he's the first one to actually die by the snake. Well, apart from Danny Trejo.
From the crew. Oh my god, baby Danny Trejo.
Can we just
with
talk
no
about
facial
this
hair.
for a hot second?
He's got no facial hair and he looks 12. He looks like a child.
You don't kill Danny Trejo in the first 5 minutes of your movie. That's a sin.
Yeah, but you forget Danny Trejo wasn't like Danny Trejo in like 97, you know what I mean? Like Danny Trejo is now who he is now.
I actually completely forgot that Danny Trejo was like even in this movie.
I know, I love it.
Until I seen it, I was like, what?
What? It's like seeing Danny Trejo with like short hair
and
no facial hair is like like it's just odd, you know. But like I don't know, they kill him, quote unquote, kill him in all of the From Dusk Till Dawn movies, because he's in like all of those, and he always quote unquote dies in each one, even though the timeline is completely backwards, because it starts off modern time and then goes back to which is actually okay. The first season of From Dusk Till Dawn is actually okay, because
everything after that is terrible.
Well, it is, because like
essentially the first season is just the first movie
stretched out with like more lore, which I was happy for. You know, we get more like explanation as to like why they have like rattlesnake fangs instead of like bat fangs and whatever. We're talking about this movie.
Tangent St. James Valerie Dupree
and
Cartier.
This snake like defies gravity and physics and stuff. It like knocks all the nails up out of the floor all at once.
Yeah,
and he just
I love
kind of
that
like
shot of the nails just like jumping up in front of his face. It's so cool.
Good. This opening scene really does convey like you really don't want to like meet this snake. Like you would rather kill yourself.
Yeah.
But then I remember being like, yo, you're gonna get eaten either way.
Yeah, but
like
you
I'd rather
have
be
to
dead.
deal with like what is yeah, he says like before you die you'll hear
or hold you tighter than your true love,
then be like you'll hear your bones breaking and
your
then
veins
explode.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
And we see that happen. I love that, like the shot later, we'll get into it, where the jaw pops out. I always thought that was so fucking good.
Loved it. This movie is directed by Luis Llosa, or Llosa. I'm not 100% sure depicted because he is from South America.
Yeah, I was gonna leave that one up to you.
Because it is the 2 L's in his last name, so I don't want to continuously insult the man by not entirely knowing how to say his name. The opening kind of like scroll credits of this kind of thing is really like, it's very interesting, but also I was looking at it going like, is that true? Is that really true?
I'm just gonna fully assume
it's like,
it's
it sounds like the snake has a fucking vendetta. It's like, yeah, it's just like vomits this person up so it can eat you now. I'm like,
oh well, yeah, because they make this snake into be like a monster snake or whatever like that. But I also, when I was a kid, this movie like super heavily inspired like a bunch of drawings I did, and like we were both like mythos nerds as a kid, like all kind of mythology and stuff like that. With this movie,
shout out to all the mythos nerds.
And this movie like kind of gets into that, where like these snakes that we meet are supposed to be like warrior snakes.
Yes, they were worshipped as gods by the
people.
These guys were meant to, and again, like this is clearly something to do with, you know, white people in head office saying like, we need like some sort of mythology or mythological kind of thing to make it look bigger than it is. Because actually for most of the film we actually get I always see it as it's the male snake and then the female snake is the one at the end. So like I always thought
the one at the end is much bigger, much
more muscular, everything. Because like the one that is attacking them from the beginning is a lot thinner. It is actually longer, but it's a lot thinner.
Well, because the other one stretches all the way up the smokestack and down the bottom of it, so it's like much like longer and stuff like that.
So like I always thought like this kind of like deification or anything like that was something that the studio kind of put in there to be like,
which I get. It kind of explains like if you look at this movie as like a one shot and don't get into like
everything
the
afterwards
and stuff like that. I don't know, I kind of like it because they also don't like go about it like it's a mythological snake. Do you know what I mean? Like they're, so just to kind of like do some like clarification, the entire point that this crew, which is all these people and Mateo, because Mateo is the only one that's not like, that is like hired as like part of the crew. Everybody else comes along as like knowing each other or whatever. And we kind of get the sense that Jennifer Lopez is like first time director, like kind of just out of college or something like that, and Danny and her and the doctor are like all kind of like friends. And I really like the dynamic between Jennifer Lopez and Ice Cube in this. You know, he's like good job, like it's your big break and all this kind of shit. And they're looking for the Shirishama tribe.
He's the cameraman, he's the cinematographer for her documentary. And
the soundtrack, I love the soundtrack to this movie.
Yes. Soundtrack is by Randy Elderman, which I really liked. I do love that like quintessential, like you said it right there at the beginning. It's very like almost Peruvian in a way. And I was like, this is quintessential like 90s like appropriation of different cultures to create something, you know. And I was
Panpipe
like,
dreams or whatever it
yeah,
is.
Panpipe dreams, yeah.
Amazon fantasies or
everything.
something. Yeah.
Oh, it's
they always
great.
have like they always play that shit in like, you know, like the health store down the village, shit like that, or like these
you'd hear it in like some
hippie
spa
shops. Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, it's just
those shops that you buy like incense and crystals and shit in. Yeah.
It's also worth mentioning that this film was produced on a $45 million budget, and
went on to gross like 178 or something like that.
Oh, it was crazy, yeah, like
How many?
$175 million, and it's like it was an instant cult classic. It's on the same status as like Placid. Like whenever I think of both of the
they're
one,
tied.
I always think of the other. So
because
like
they're like the most, like, I mean, kind of excluding Jurassic Park, because Jurassic Park is its own thing. These are two of like the most like 90s like creature features.
Yeah.
You know, like Jurassic Park is very much so to me like kind of its own thing. You know, like it's like that's a dinosaur movie.
Yeah.
You know, these are just animals that are alive today but bigger. You know,
and of course it's only natural selection. It's not like nuclear bombs have like
people.
Changed it, or you know, atomic matter has gotten into the water or anything like that. It's just
they're just big snakes.
They're just big snakes, big crocodiles, and they're just doing what big snakes would do in the Amazon. They would hunt for their food. And I also appreciate the fact that they also like showed that shot of the anaconda like killing a jaguar as well, because because it does also say like he's not actively hunting them, he's just hunting things around them, and then he happens to come across them.
I mean, but it also like low-key is kind of following them though.
True, but only because they blew up that dam.
Also, what was John Voight doing before that though?
Oh yeah, he was trying to hunt it. That's
because he has like the big giant fucking snake skin or whatever like that, and we get that line, "There's snakes out here this big," but so it kind of all comes about like just eventually. I think like we're gonna kind of hop back and forth for this movie.
We're jumping around.
So it's kind of established. They find a boat that's kind of like off to the side, which is Danny Trejo's boat from the jump, like from the start or whatever, and we kind of see in like a very quick shot of like Danny Trejo, Mateo, and John Voight are just like all together in this little like newspaper clipping or whatever like that, just holding this like gigantic snake or whatever like that. So we're kind of like, oh, okay, like Mateo is like in on it, and we kind of get a very quick little like clue like right when John Voight comes on board, because he kind of like looks at Mateo like just kind of real quick, like they really are like not hiding the fact that he's like
they know each other. Yeah. I think this film, especially with like the dynamics between the characters, what's his name? Jonathan Hyde plays this most British, staunch upper lip.
I actually love him in this movie.
Yeah, he's very like, he's a dick at the beginning, but because he's just a posh dick, he's not a mean arsehole.
Get the bloody hell off me!
And then he's like, so take my bags downstairs onto the boat.
Nobody does.
Like, okay.
I love it though. Yeah, he like rocks up in the middle of the Amazon with like Louis Vuitton luggage.
Yeah, he does.
It. Yeah. Bordeaux, very expensive wine. You know.
And like he ends up sort of like, again, like he does, the anaconda does get him, but like I said this to you earlier, like how endearing his character along with Ice Cube and JLo's character sort of do become, because like there's this whole scene where they sort of they obviously gang up on John Voight, but they also have this kind of driver's lesson thing at the top of the boat, and I was like, that's so endearing, and like it sort of made me like, all of a sudden, like he's not a prick anymore, it's just circumstances. And I was like, okay, cool, so maybe he's a kind of a guarded person when he meets people, and then like he lets the guard down.
Oh my god, not a character study
but,
on
like,
some fucking dude.
No, but like I just got that
think
sense.
He's really guarded. Maybe he's shy.
I got that sense, and then I was like, oh fuck, he died. You know what I mean? And because like immediately JLo JLO and ICE CUBE were like, oh no, Westridge. Yeah. I was like, no.
I had a note about there's a shot of him driving and there's like a sliver of light like this, right? But I'm like, he's like straining his eyes, but he's keeping his eyes in where the light are.
Yeah.
Just duck slightly down and you'll be able to see, but he's like keeping his eyes like in the flashlight. You know? It's so fucking stupid.
God.
Also, everybody in this movie is very, very sweaty. A lot.
Well,
Jennifer Lopez's hair goes from like very cute, like nice low waves or whatever like that to like fully moisturized ringlets. I love it. But also just kind of on Ice Cube and Westridge there, I love that like there's the kind of like turn your fucking music down and then and then it like
it's the banter back and forth.
Yeah, and then it flips and then at the end like he's also wearing like the bandana on his forehead and all that kind of shit. Like they become friends or whatever, you know.
Yeah. I do think it's
we're not so different after all.
Fun, and the dynamic that sort of grows between specifically those three is very, very good. Yeah, I just liked them. I like them a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so Eric Stoltz, we kind of jumped off this earlier.
From Eric Stoltz, Mask People.
Cher's son from Mask, and
he was also oh god,
he's
what
in The
was
Fly
he?
too.
He's in The Fly too. There's some other film. I'll think about it. It'll come to me.
Oh, he was supposed to be Marty McFly.
Was he?
Yeah, they like filmed footage of him as Marty McFly and stuff. Are you looking that up?
I'm actually
looking it up. So
I'm looking up specifically because he was in Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah,
he plays the drug dealer. Yeah,
which I never recognized.
Fucking bring him to my fucking house, you fucking asshole.
I never recognized him as that though, because he's got like a full goatee and like the long hair. And stuff.
It's crazy. Yeah, he was in The Fly, and yeah, he was in partially filmed for Back to the Future, which I think is really interesting.
Okay, good. Okay, God. I was like, did I just pull that completely out of my ass?
No, you're right.
But a lot of recastings in those movies. Even fucking what's her name, Elizabeth Shue got cast in the second movie as Marty's girlfriend, even though somebody else played her in the first movie, or vice versa.
Happens all the time.
Whatever.
We replace people. I might replace you.
No. We're gonna find somebody else so talented. One of us has to be talented.
Oh.
You just threatened to quote unquote fire me from our show.
I still can.
You literally can't.
I owe 61% of this company.
So what are you gonna do when we can't record in this fucking house anymore and you can't use this fucking thing anymore? Then all you own is a fucking microphone. Then I gave you that sound also. And then all you're gonna have is this microphone. You're gonna be one lonely ass bitch with a microphone and no friends. Wow. I mean, what'd you get when your little gym buddies come in here and fucking talk about fucking snakes for them?
Well, they are Brazilian, so they might have more experience being down south than you. Thank you.
I have plenty of experience.
Representation matters.
I have plenty of experience with snakes.
more so in trouser snakes than anything else.
People are people, Nathan. But
yeah. So Owen Wilson sucks.
So Owen Wilson just immediately turns on his friends. But his kill, I love it in this movie.
Amazing.
Okay, so just like there's a scene where like they go out and like again like kind of listening to Dead Meat like last year when they reviewed this movie, there was a couple of things that I just couldn't help but look at. When they see like the fireflies and shit like that. The fireflies are so obviously on strings.
Yeah.
It really
I did
pissed
think
me
it
off.
was you know those like Christmas lights just hung vertically and like
somebody was like pulling them on like
them,
a string or something. Yeah. But I also was really curious as to like where did they film this?
Good question.
Cuz like this is like I'm like did they film this like on location anywhere? Cuz you can't just be jumping into the Amazon River like that the way all these people are.
Yeah.
You know, some
that
of
was
this has
definitely
to be studio.
Yeah, that was on a soundstage somewhere, and yeah, it was most likely like yeah, it was mostly.
I thought like the Disney like Jungle Cruise ride or some shit like that. Somewhere they have something like that. But yeah, Gary and Baby Bird. I'm just gonna refer to her as that. Yeah, I forget her name.
He calls her that.
What the fuck is her name in this? Weird.
Actually, this movie was filmed in Rio Negro, near Manaus in Brazil.
Oh my god! So they're on location.
Yeah, and
they filmed it where it's set.
They filmed the other parts at Arbitrium in Los Angeles. So like,
Although,
I'd say most of like the river scenes kind of stuff that was filmed.
We get a lot of like wide shots of them like on the river and all this kind of stuff like that. And I'm like, damn, the Amazon is so big. That's why it's like shocking to me that they just leave Mateo behind. Because I'm like, where do they think that this guy is gonna like go to?
Yeah,
he's in the middle of the fucking jungle.
I actually did a thing with a friend the other day, and we were looking at how long it would take to cross from one side if you're going by foot from one side of, let's say, Rio de Janeiro all the way through across the Amazon rainforest to Peru, across on the western side of South America. So it takes roughly over 3 months for you to walk from. That's just walking, no lifts, no nothing, no cycling, just walking. So it's hiking, swimming, everything you would need to do from one side to the other. It takes you over 3 months.
Well, I think we always kind of forget in Ireland how like small we are
compared to
like,
everything
realistically,
else.
you could probably walk across Ireland in like 2 days.
Yeah,
2-3 days max. You know, but like, yeah, there's a lot of places that are like just fucking like unimaginably big.
Which also explains like why the Shirishama is such a huge possibility. There's a huge amount of tribes that live in the Amazon rainforest, and it would of course like be explained away as to why something so big could remain hidden for so long, because it's the same as that lake. That lake is in Lake Placid is absolutely fucking massive, so of course like something as big as a crocodile would be able to hide there. And it explains obviously why something like this would survive, and then of course like why people like the Shirishama might either revere it, fear it, or worship it. Makes sense.
And to be honest, like some of the shots of the snake in this movie aren't so far-fetched size-wise. I think like once we kind of get to the second snake, that's where it starts to become like monstrously big. But it's like, but an anaconda could realistically just eat a person that same way and just swallow you up. The way they eat is always so like I'm fascinated by snakes and stuff like that, and the way they eat, because they're like constrictors, and they swallow everything whole. They've got like an extra little, and they show it kind of prominently in this movie. It's like a hole right here that like it looks like a throat, but it like pokes out the side, like where the snake engorges, something like that, pokes out the side so it can still breathe while it's eating. And they have little jaws that like
that pull it.
They have
in.
like secondary jaws that like pull it in, which is it's crazy. And anacondas in real life, they have teeth that are hooked like
inwards,
backwards,
so
that like to get your arm out or something like that, you have to push further in and then kind of open the mouth. You can't just pull it out or you'll get shredded off.
Green anacondas are the heaviest snakes in the world. They're the heaviest anaconda ever recorded was 227 kilos. And this massive snake was over 10 meters long and a girth of 1.10 meters.
Girthy.
She's girthy. Well, actually, come to think of it, how girthy this snake was, it just reminds me of that shot of the underwater after Owen Wilson gets eaten.
Oh, I love it so
like,
much.
His like body,
we see his silhouette in it.
Oh, it's gross.
And it's still only like at the top of the snake. I love it. Like he's not alive. But like there's a shot right before that where we see the snake kind of like curl. We see him like he's still alive in the water. I'm like, oh, it's so fucked up. And she like saw him like, and her crying when I was a kid.
Oh, anguish.
It was like a Toni Collette moment for me as a kid where I was like, damn, she's really upset. Because it's like
child's play now.
Well, for real, it's like there's a certain kind of crying that you do when you're like in a movie, and it's like a whatever. But she's like ugly crying,
broken.
Yeah, she sounds. When people cry that hard, they sound stupid.
Yeah,
But like I'm like, damn, she really went there. But I like the acting overall in this movie is generally very good. But there was like just one or two shots where I was like, oh, there's a shot at the very very end where the second snake's head pops up through the like boardwalk or whatever it is, and I was like, ooh. They have Jennifer Lopez out here acting a fool in front of this fake ass snake head, because the snake head is like it's up and then it turns out like a right angle, so it looks really like hand puppy or something,
like a crowbar, just
literally it looks is he but it looks
lip-tailed.
No, but
oh, I get you.
It looks crazy.
It's great. Here's another fact for you. Most of the snakes, most of the pythons and anacondas and things like that are mainly olive green. They have dark oval spots along their spines and similar spots with yellow centers along their sides. The scales in their belly are yellow and black, and they also have 2 dark stripes on their eyes angling towards their jaws.
Yeah.
Now, our snake in the movie was almost, at least the one at the end, was almost entirely black but had 2 red stripes. Did you notice that across its eyes? And
down the side there. But like these both are like very distinctly anacondas.
Yes.
Like green anacondas, I guess, are like a little paler than this. I'm gonna give like, okay, it's like it's been in the water or like whatever it is. But in the second movie, it always pissed me off because like all the markings are distinctly missing. Like that's what makes an anaconda an anaconda. It's the difference between a boa constrictor and an anaconda. You know, they're markings and shit. You know.
Yeah.
Also realized the other day the Cheetah Girls nearly never wore cheetah. They wore leopard all the time. Do you know who the Cheetah Girls are?
Oh yeah, the cheetahs, amigas,
friends for life. They rhythm in each other. That's what keeps us tight. Yeah, no, I was watching them the other day. They wear almost exclusively leopard.
Oh god.
Sorry, that just pissed me off. Mismatched prints. There's no excuse. If they can make custom costumes for Raven Simone to not look like the other girls, they can get everybody into fucking Cheetah, okay? They have her looking like a Mortal Kombat character in the second movie, and everybody else is wearing their like cute little sexy like flamenco dancer like outfit, and she's wearing like a fucking like rice patty hat. She looks like Raiden in the second movie. Sorry. So Anaconda. These things bother me. These things linger for me, okay?
Wow. Tangent, St. James, Van Cartier, Delacroix, Lalaurie, Jesus.
So, Mateo is gone. Is like missing. They find Danny Trejo's boat, and Mateo gets like left behind or whatever like that by
literally just left. They were like,
Bye.
"Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's missing."
But he was like right behind them.
Yeah.
Like literally like right over there.
Yeah.
And he like goes to get off the boat and kind of might as well have done like a fucking like triple axel backflip into this water, because instead of just getting down into the water like right over there where the water is there, he like goes to step off with like both feet at the same time or some shit, and like falls all the way in, and then
he kind of like slips like full on almost a belly flop kind of weight into the water. It's
hilarious. Like it was a joke. And then Ice Cube and John Voight are like, well, I guess he's gone. I guess he's just missing. Let's go down the river another couple of miles and leave him there. But then we get this. I actually put this scene up on the story last night while I was watching it. This scene where Mateo gets killed is so good.
Yeah.
It like wraps all the way around him.
Around it. Yeah.
And it's the shot where the snake like goes for the face and then just like twists the body around away from the face. So good.
Oh, it's a very kind of like it's a death that I just like I totally understand why like Trejo did that at the beginning. I really do.
Yeah.
I do not want to go out that way.
I think, and that's the thing. They're not even like exaggerating how like constrictors like kill you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's kind of their primary way. Just crush it up as much as possible and then
swallow it whole.
Just eat you. Yeah. And like you were saying earlier, that shot at the end with John Voight getting swallowed in, where it just opens up, and I'm like, it's just all throat. Like relatable.
It's all good.
But yeah, for real, as a kid, I thought I wanted to be Emma Bunton, but I actually wanted to be the snake from Anaconda. My Anaconda do. I'm so surprised that's the first Anaconda joke that's been made.
Oh, God. Well, anacondas are carnivorous, and they do eat other animals, of course. They will eat almost anything they can catch. Anything. This includes small mammals, reptiles, birds, fish. Large anacondas can take down and eat fairly large animals like deer, pigs, jaguars, capybara. Girl, capybaras are fucking huge.
Yeah,
huge.
They got like hooves and shit. They got
like
claws.
Anacondas are constrictors. This means that they kill their food by squeezing it to death with the coils of their powerful bodies. Once the animal is dead, they swallow it whole. They can do this because they have special ligaments, like you mentioned earlier, in the jaws, allowing them to open extremely wide. After eating a particular large animal, they will not eat for weeks.
Yeah.
These snakes are primarily nocturnal, meaning they are active at night and sleep during the day. They hunt at night, swimming in the water with their eyes and nasal openings just above the water. The rest of their body remains hidden under the water as their eyes and nose is on the top of their heads. Wow, I didn't know that. This allows them to sneak up on their prey.
Thank you, David.
I'm just gonna have a load of anaconda facts here, okay? Large boa constrictors, you got nothing on an anaconda, okay?
And anacondas typically don't want none unless you got buns on.
I have the facts, you got the puns. Yeah. We're good, hon. Here we go.
I got the puns, hon. But
oh god.
But no, I always thought that this would be like kind of the worst way to go in like the animal kingdom, because it's like that like weird primal fear.
I'd rather be mauled to death by a tiger.
Yeah, just
I'd rather
slash me up.
Yeah, just
stomp
cut me
out
until I bleed
break
out
my
as quick
fucking
as
legs.
possible. Yeah,
fuck me up, put me in debt, baby. But
God, this went from killing to sexual real quick.
They're not very different.
Yeah,
le petit mot, the French say. But
the little death.
Yeah, for real. Like, there's like a difference between like being eaten alive and then just being like digested alive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, even though your bones are broken and all that shit, you're still alive. Mm-hmm. You just can't do anything about it. And like, okay, just to get kind of like philosophical for a sec, snakes. Wow, man, you know? No, snakes are just crazy. I'm like, snakes can get this fucking big.
Yeah.
Give or take a couple of feet.
Give or take a couple of feet. The longest...
You said 10 meters.
Yeah, the longest they have said they live for roughly 10 years in the wild. And the longest they can get is up to 26 feet. That's the longest one ever recorded. And that weighed over like, 550 kilos.
But like, just think about, like, right, a meter is this. Right? A meter is this. Is the, like, length of a human arm span. Mm-hmm. 10 of those. Imagine that.
That's just...
What are you supposed to fucking do against something like that?
It's... You can't.
No.
Like, once you're... Unless, like, there's a literal Deus Ex Machina,
yeah,
you're fucked.
Unless you got Jennifer Lopez on your boat. Yeah.
Girl, Jennifer Lopez with a gun.
Yeah,
fuck. She fucked up that snake, man.
She double tapped too. She
triple tapped. That bitch triple tapped that gun with it. So proud of her. I mean, literally, what? The first horror movie she's ever been in, and she knows how to fucking triple tap. Good on her.
It's weird. Proud. I know Jennifer Lopez primarily as an actress than I do as singer, because this is my first reference for Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah. Mine is
and like all the Waiting for Tonight. Really?
Yeah. Well,
like you didn't know who she was before that?
No, I know her music, but like movie wise, I first saw her was Monster-in-Law.
Well, so that song Waiting for Tonight, I always associate these two together because the video for that song is in the jungle. Yeah. I was always like, oh my god, like this is like a tie-in or some shit like that. If you have my loving, oh man, Jennifer Lopez back in the day was a fucking bop.
Oh god.
I don't know what she is now.
I know that also the Amazonian film shoot was occasionally disrupted by the fact that the several cast members were deathly afraid of snakes. So like whenever, you know those scenes where like in that weird kind of factory thing at the end where they're like
the ultimate place set of life,
like a huge, like just this huge like bed of
just
like
a pile
big
of snakes.
I'm just like, why are they there? What?
It's the nest.
Why are they there?
It's the nest. Those are all the babies.
They're not babies. They were clearly different types of snakes.
No, they weren't. That pile when Jennifer Lopez walks in is a pile of green anacondas.
I don't know about that now.
I guarantee it.
Well, speaking
watch the scene on YouTube and I guarantee it. Pale olive green black spots on the side.
Well, speaking of baby anacondas, anacondas do not lay eggs. They give birth to live birth, yeah, and it's birthed in water, which is really, really interesting because like anacondas are semi-aquatic creatures, of course. So like,
and homeopathic.
Oh God, I love homeopathic. No better than no better than
anacondas love their homeopathy. Homeopathy.
So, also, come to think of it, the CGI for the anacondas cost over $100,000 per second. So that's
why all the shots are like 2 seconds. Yeah. But like actually, they use the animatronic like very, very well, and like kind of legendarily. We've learned not last week, the start of this month with Lake Placid and with Jaws, underwater animatronics typically don't go very well and are very, very challenging. I think I put up a quote last week from the effects, or the week before, for the effects for Lake Placid, that says like water always wins when it comes to things like this. But like, damn, like the animatronics in this are fucking great. They really are great, and I think that's why this movie kind of like has a good kind of like acting quality, is because they're actually acting with a snake. Like there is something on set to be kind of thrown at them, and there's a couple of shots like near the end where the snake looks blind because they kind of throw it through a window and it's not looking at Jennifer Lopez. But there's one scene that I always really, really enjoyed as a kid. I don't know why, seeing like the momentum of the snake really, like, I was like, fuck yeah. The scene where she kind of runs across and we get the snake like going right behind her, but we get to see it like coil up and then kind of spring back out. And I was like, damn, like this thing is fast and huge. Like it's rare that we get to see the entire length of the snake in this movie.
I really did not like the fact that when Ice Cube was setting up the drums to blow up the smokestack or whatever, that every time the snake would move, it would whack him with its tail. And I thought that tail looked really limp-wristed.
Oh yeah,
like very like, this is, we have part of it on the stick,
piece of leather over it,
and then the rest is just like some loose rubber, and they're just hitting him with it. And I was
like they had like
terrible.
A rubber snake like offset just to like throw at Ice Cube. You know?
Like it literally just looked like part of a stick whip, so it was long stick and the rest is just like a loose like rubber, and it was just like they were just smacking him with it. It just looked terrible. And I think like the film is listed as like one of the most one of the top 100 most enjoyably bad movies ever made, and it has like a Golden Razzie Award like for how bad it was.
It's got like 6 like Razzie Awards, which I think is kind of undeserved. I think this movie is
I think it's so bad it's good. It really
I don't know though. I think it's pretty much on
great.
par with Lake Placid.
No, I would put Lake Placid above it. Specifically,
Lake Placid has more lingering shots of shitty CG. I think these people disguise it more.
Well,
if I had to pick one,
I'd pick Lake Placid.
I'd go with Anaconda.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, do I smell retrospective on Anaconda versus Lake Placid?
Do I smell a spin-off? Do I smell a spin-off?
David Hasselhoff is in like some of the sequels to this movie. For real.
I do. I think it's gonna happen.
Maybe a bonus episode here or there somewhere.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
But where the fuck are we? I don't have my notes up open anymore.
Tangenting here.
Oh, okay. So, Owen Wilson is dead. Thank God. Wow.
Dickhead character.
He really, really is. And like, there's even that shot right after everything happened. It's like right before he dies or whatever, where Carrie Were, Baby Bird, she looks over and she's like, so I'm turning my head very slowly to the left, and he looks at her and he's like, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you're gonna like fuck your girlfriend over for what, $1 million split? Like, what? Who's left still? Everybody but Mateo.
Yeah, and no, everyone is still alive up until this point. So
$1 million is not actually that much money.
Well, I mean, it's 500,000. Like, because he wasn't dividing it up between those. He was just dividing it between him and Owen Wilson.
Offers it to everybody.
Well, no, he only does that after Owen Wilson says it. You know what I'm saying?
How are you going to capture this? Well, I suppose kill everybody, I guess.
And he offers to like have it as like, because obviously the documentary's down the toilet, so like, you know, from this point on.
Film this Paraguay this Paraguay,
this something guy.
Also, fully at the end, John Voight was right. He was bringing them in the right direction.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But also trying to like kill a bunch of them at the same time. You can be right and wrong.
Can we talk about how this girlfriend dies? Literally in the thighs of John Voight. Almost everyone is either constricted to death or fucking strangled.
The sounds she makes when she's being killed is so funny. It's so good. But he like she goes over and she's like trying to be like Mama Bird now. She's trying to be like badass bitch or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, aren't you gonna pray? And he's like, don't look into the eyes of your victim or whatever like that. The person who killed will haunt you forever.
Will haunt you forever.
And then he like glares at her or whatever like that. And then he Okay, so this is like after the
What
coup
does he?
of...
He knocks her off her feet with his ankle or something.
No, he like manages to like get
Oh,
up
yeah.
and like wrap his legs around her and like throw her to the ground and then just like suffocates the fuck out of her, and then I think he just like throws her in the water.
Yeah, he just drops her down. I was like, oh god.
And then they like find her later or whatever as like
lamest death.
Yeah.
Lamest death. I like. Okay, let's put it out there. The shittiest death was the girlfriend being strangled by his thighs. Yeah. And then the best death was John Voight's death.
Oh, it's so good, and it's only a partial death as well because
he's still alive.
With missing an eye.
He fucking winks at her as he like falls down.
Well, see, that's what I always thought. I always thought he was like trying to be creepy, but then I'm like, he also only has one eye.
Yeah,
one eye is just gone.
Yeah,
you know, we also saw that earlier with the jaguar as well, or the
the jaguar's eye pops out. Yeah,
that's the kind of equivalent to like the bear scene for me, where I'm like, oh, poor panther.
Yeah,
even though like it's just eating or whatever like that.
It's nature.
And then we see a shot like right after that of like the eye just on the ground, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But I remember as a kid not realizing that the eye was like squeezed out. I remember being like, how did the snake get the eye out? Like the snake pulled it out. Like how did that snake snatch out your eye?
Like that's God, I love that. I think it's just God. The fact that like you could be squeezed so much. I mean, specifically looking at John Voight's death, the fact that you can be squeezed so much that like we literally see that if
the
you
jaw
watch
just
it.
Pops out of
That's
place.
what we're gonna do. We're gonna put that up as a post because
for sure.
we want you to see how much this death actually causes such a disgusting like
and it's slow
revulsion. Yeah, it's slow, and it's also like again, it's definitely one of those things where this snake was out to get John Voight very clearly.
Oh yeah, because it very much so has that moment of like, you're the one that's been shooting me.
Yeah,
you know.
And it's like when you get that, because I mentioned it earlier about the jaws just opening, and it looks like the inside of like
a throat scene.
Yeah.
It's somebody's throat.
And it's gross as fuck.
Just a flesh tunnel.
And like when he comes back out, when the snake vomits him back out, like he's slightly half digested.
Yeah, he's all
like
gooey and like missing an eye. And
and like he's still like up. he's all crushed together. Like
he just falls like straight onto his chin afterwards.
It's
but he
just
falls
nasty.
onto her stomach and everything.
I don't
it's so
like
good.
it at all. It is the grossest thing. I vividly remember that that shot. The camera was like obviously at the end of this thing, and it's just like John Voight's head is just at the bottom, and it's gross.
Just getting like lowered in.
Yeah,
it's so good. And we get that like once again, I kind of think a good CG shot where we see just like the feet going into the like, and it's kind of just like swallowing it in. I think like during that scene in particular, what was a yellow stripe looks like very orangey red at that one scene, which looks kind of odd. And like some of the inconsistencies were kind of weird to me as a kid, because for some reason I didn't register it as two snakes. I was like, how did it survive getting shot in the head? Like 3 times.
Yeah, because I seem to forget that it's the same as Lake Placid. Like we all forgot that there's actually 2 alligators.
There's 2.
And
there's
then
at least 2
anacondas in this one. Yeah, loads of babies as well. When they blow up that wall that actually keeps the anaconda in, they like go back to mama. Go back to mama.
I wanted to know, like, this is actually one of the reasons why I wanted to know where they were filming, because I was like, they're just throwing all of these snakes in the water.
Yeah,
all of these baby snakes in the water. Did they get wild snakes and put them on the boat? So
I'd say most of them were just like rubber, like.
Oh no, I don't know. Most of them
I'd
were moving around.
Well, yeah, true. So I'd say there were also dummy snakes, like, as well. I don't think like most of them were real, except for like close-up shots and like lingering shots.
I don't know
for sure.
We'll have to look back at that. But there was one shot that always creeped me out as a kid, where there's a baby anaconda with like a frog in its mouth.
Yes.
But I remember as a kid being like, "What the fuck is that?" Because it looked like a snake / like scorpion or something like that. Where I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
You know, and like it being on like VHS quality, you know, rewinding it back, like trying to get it to be like nice. You know, I could never like properly figure out, but Yeah, that scene. They just cover this fucking boat in snakes.
It's like a wig. It's a wig. It's a Medusa wig of snakes for a boat. Can you imagine that?
I know, it really fucking is, though. And then, like, there's a couple of shots where it's like, people were, like, totally about to die there. You know what I mean? Owen Wilson was fully about to die because he's like, something's in there, and he's like, I'm serious. And John Voight is like, so am I.
Yeah,
it's totally something in there.
Because he gets down when he is planting the explosive. He gets up, climbs over, and goes down to the other side.
Yeah,
meaning that either the male or female snake, which is the one that dies at the end, was in the water with him.
Oh, for sure.
Watching him.
Yeah.
That, again, it's the same thing as when I was talking about Lake Placid, where you have that water that you can literally see like 1 foot in front of you and then nothing.
Like, the water in this movie is so creepy.
Exact same thing.
There's so much like mulch and like foliage and like bushes. That's actually a thing that happens like a couple of times in this movie where people are like, I'm stuck. Like, obviously you are. There's a bush right in front of you that you have to climb through. You know? But, like, the underwater shots that we get from this are pretty, but...
Yeah. There's just...
makes me not want to, like, ever swim in rivers.
You just made me think of something there. Is the anacondas in the film attack humans but not each other. In real life, anacondas practice cannibalism. Mm-hmm. Female anacondas, as I said, which are larger... are known to consume smaller male anacondas after mating. That to me...
Yeah, cannibalism is only like a human taboo.
Yeah.
We're only like, that's fucking weird.
I love that. I think it's hilarious. I think it's a really cool fact to find out because, like, again, it adds kind of like, if you know like certain facts about snakes and things like this, like the way these snakes act in these films only adds more like I want to say reelability. I know that's not a word, but believability, I should say, to the way they act.
Yeah, for sure.
Great.
Awesome. Okay, so eventually everybody in the boat has kind of like had it. Like, well, they've had it for like a while, and then they kind of like Danny gives a kind of like, he like flicks the knife out, and she's like, no, don't be fucking dumb. Like, he's got a gun.
Yeah.
And then they kind of come up with the coup. Don't bring a knife
to a gunfight.
Don't bring a snake to a boat fight. Don't bring a snake to a JLO fight, bitch, okay?
You are going to get shot in the head 3 fucking times. Triple tap that bitch.
Once they have like their little like coup set up or whatever like that, which is also really fucked up, because Jennifer Lopez, I had to take this note. It was actually when I first started taking notes, because I was like, okay, some of the things in this movie are fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So there's a shot of Jennifer Lopez like up close, and she's just putting on like nude lipstick or whatever, and then it pulls out, and she's wearing no other makeup. She's wearing only lipstick. And I'm like, but you've been in the jungle for like 3 days. You're fucking disgusting anyway, and you're still gonna put lipstick on. Also, you're going to make out with John Voight, who was on that boat for God knows how fucking long.
Gross.
Yeah, gross.
Absolutely disgusting. I can't deal.
They're, like, making out with him, and then he's like, I freaking, like, I caught you, or whatever like that. Because Danny, like, Ice Cube, comes in behind him.
Yeah.
And he points a gun at Danny, and then they knock him out with the golf club, and I'm like, Danny could have been killed there, and they planned on that happening. They're like, oh, it worked. And I'm like, So you planned on him catching you and almost shooting you. What if Danny had been fucking shot right there? How upset would y'all have been?
Yeah.
The fuck? Ice Cube was probably like the biggest star in this movie. Mm-hmm. Kind of like, at least for the time, you know?
Yeah.
Even more so than Jennifer Lopez. I think Jennifer Lopez only really had the Selena kind of the year before, or like a year or two before this. Like, she wasn't huge, but Ice Cube was everywhere. You know, NWA was fucking massive.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Can I just say, actually,
they almost killed him.
I mentioned earlier that, you mentioned earlier about the fact that
I did, yes.
Paul Theron, which is is who is Voight's character. He's only interested in capturing the snake,
alive,
right? Alive. But the irony is, there are these anacondas, the baby anacondas, and like he literally picks one up, and throws it back in the water. Like, I just think like
if these are the offspring of these gigantic snakes, why not just put 6 of them in your bag?
Yeah.
And fuck off back to wherever it is.
I couldn't help but think about it. Like, there are several plot holes in this film where I'm just like, well, why are you doing that?
And he's trying to capture these for zoos.
let me capture the biggest one that's literally the biggest threat to my entire existence, rather than picking up several of these babies that can literally just nibble on my finger.
Yeah, that little animatronic.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
Yeah.
It was cute.
I love that. I think this is so cute. But
This is
yeah,
another example of like
really
this
irritating.
thing. Like there was a snake back in the day, you know, Mesozoic era, all that kind of shit. Called Titanoboa. That was like this, but like bigger. You know, another example of like with the Lake Placid, the kind of Deinosuchus.
Yeah.
It's like animals like a lot of them largely haven't changed at all. They just got smaller for convenience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is like so scary to imagine things like this big. No, but like even an actual regular anaconda could still fuck you up and swallow you whole. You know? It's fucking scary.
But also like anacondas in real life during like the mating season, females can give birth to up to 50 offspring in a litter.
That's a lot of snakes.
That's a lot of fucking snakes, bro. That's a lot of snakes. Actually, could I think just while we're talking about Saron, Sean Connery, Tommy Lee Jones, John Malkovich, and Jean Reno were all considered for the role. And I was like, can you imagine Sean Connery with a Spanish accent? Well, actually, good to think about it. He did pull off a Spanish accent once for, what was it, Highlander or something?
Oh, and he also used to hit women.
True.
I swear, people kind of associate Sean Connery with like. No, he's too young.
But also, John Malkovich has that kind of villainous look to him.
But he's
all
too
the time.
young. I think John Voight is like old man strength enough, and
Yes.
he's like intimidating, and he like. I don't know, something about John Voight always seems like unhinged to me in movies.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I also don't have like a huge repertoire of John Voight movies in my head. I think the next one is like Tomb Raider or some shit. Like I kind of largely know him from this movie and the fact that he's Angelina Jolie's dad.
Yeah.
And he's like a huge Republican, I think. Like they like very famously don't get along. Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck John Voight, man.
We use the dolly zoom effect. The amount of times that this is used.
The Hitchcock zoom.
Yes,
I
like,
loved it.
The Hitchcock or the Jaws zoom, because they do use it in Jaws, is used about 50 minutes in, and it's continuously after that point. It's continuously used straight up to the end of the film. Yeah. And I'm just like, I love that effect, I really do, but it should only be used sparingly and when really, really needed to build up tension. Because that's the whole point of using that shot.
Yeah, well, I can only really think of, like, I can only really remember as when we first see the snake in it's on Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, and it like zooms in and I remember being like, oh shit. Also, okay, this is kind of strange. Do you get kind of Robert Rodriguez vibes off of this movie? A little bit?
The which?
Robert Rodriguez vibes off of this movie a little bit?
I do, but only because I think Danny Trejo...
Well, yeah, but also this just kind of seems like something
Rodriguez.
he would make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of in his wheelhouse, kind of campy, 90s, you know?
Yeah, well... Maybe.
Anyway... so we get to like the last third of this movie, which I described in my notes as like my ultimate like dream house, like dollhouse. I would have wanted this as like a playset when I was a kid so badly. Some kind of jungle scene with like water elements involved. There's a waterfall right there. Yeah. There's like good kind of like snake areas. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a good place for the snake to go. I'm imagining this thing like it like starts as like a thing and you open it up like this and there's like all these places you could like put this like gigantic rubber snake through, you know? Yeah. With your little Jennifer Lopez and Ice Cube doll. I would have loved that as a kid.
I always remember I had this toy version of this like Star Wars sets where they were like these little tiny like bendable magnet figures, and it was Queen Amidala's palace and the underwater.
I can't what are they
remember
fucking
the
called
names
again? Jar Jar Binks's
people. Like it was like a turnable thing where you would have.
I
like,
remember them so vividly, bro.
So great. I loved them. They were awesome. They were really, really awesome. I love that stuff.
Hold on, what the fuck are they called again? Sorry, this is actually gonna piss me off.
I was about to say the Navi, but then I was like, no, that doesn't really sound correct.
Jar Jar Binks race.
Race up.
Race?
Race?
Oh, the Gungans.
The Gungans. There you
Gungan
go.
Palace. I very vividly remember that as well. They were so cool. It was like a Star Wars like Polly Pocket.
Yeah, it's a Polly Pocket. Yeah, it was exactly
but
what
like
I thought of.
old school Polly Pocket, not the like kind of bigger rubberized clothing. Oh my god, Polly Pocket clothes straight in the mouth. Did you never do that?
No.
So good. Because it was that like it was like the kind of rubber that comes on like the grip of a pen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, straight in the mouth.
Tangent St. James.
I can't help
Mallory Delacroix.
Man, if they sold Polly Pocket clothing.
Girl.
As food?
As food?
I cannot be the only one out there that used to chew the fuck out of Polly Pocket clothing. And hair. Oh my god, the Polly Pocket hair. Because it was thicker. Like it was more like a chunk of plastic rather than a sheet. Whatever.
Okay, whatever. But anyway, the kind of the ultimate thing I wanted to talk about really was how we like thought this was really, really great, and this film kind of really pushed the kind of taste of creature feature. It kind of, I don't want to say went downhill, but it moved away from the camp factor a lot.
It's a 90s B movie. It's as close thing as we have to a B movie in the 90s.
It was more, how do I say it? It was less scary, but it was also not them.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, I think a lot of kind of like classic B movies, like
it's an
obviously
afternoon
come
movie.
Yeah,
you know
it's very fun.
You wouldn't watch it at night for like the big horror movie of the weekend, you know?
No. Yeah, like
it's
I watch this all the
Hereditary,
time with like
but
the
it's
Little
not,
Mermaid and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
There you go. It's not Hereditary, but it's not, you know,
it's not them.
It's not them.
It's like a nice. Oh, I was gonna say it's not even like a nice midway, but it's like
a quarter of the way there.
If you like Lake Placid, you'll like this.
Yes,
they're
very good.
Like a double feature.
A double feature, yeah. Double feature, creature feature.
But this kind of like last third of the movie is great. I love it so much because we get a lot of snake shots. We got like some good death. Well, it's singular, I guess.
Well, but, we have Jonathan Hyde's death, which is still
God.
good.
It's
I loved
really good, and like you better
bad.
believe I drew shit like this all the fucking time because
being snatched out of the air.
Just giant snakes, like like snatching people out of the ground or like off the whatever. But there's a shot where John Voight has like a little like notebook of his like mythos or whatever like that, and it's just these giant snakes like swallowing people up.
Yeah.
And like the snake totems that we see, I was obsessed with drawing just like giant snakes as a kid, like attacking people. I was Ticky Boom in the head.
I did think it was actually rather smart because that scene where he does slip slightly and things like that, but he does get behind the waterfall.
Yeah.
And that's actually a really smart thing to do because they did say that snakes, or at least anacondas, can see heat signatures, but that was completely blocking the heat signature, and the snake only found him as happenstance, and he decided to leap off in order to get out of the way of the snake coming in. And I thought it was genius, but of course, like,
if anybody's ever seen a movie,
the snake is tied itself to like a really thick tree trunk.
Yeah.
So, and we've seen it snatch people. So like,
which does break.
Destroy
their boat.
But yeah, I just thought it was because like you did start to like him by the end.
Yeah, by the end.
And yeah, it just felt kind of like sad to see him die, you know.
But the way it is, it's like, and obviously this is like totally like not physically possible, like just physics wise. But like, again, I think like throw that shit out the window when you're watching like a movie like this.
Yes.
Like, just it looks cool and it's fun.
Yeah.
So he like jumps out and the snake like grabs him by like the bottom of the chin, and like kind of flips him upside down, and then like in the same move like wraps him up.
Yes.
And eats him. It's so good. And he gets like they even do a thing where it's like the snake doesn't always directly just wrap you around. Sometimes it'll catch you with a branch or catch you against like a tree log and use that as like more tension.
Yeah.
And just fucks him up. And then like the huge tree that it's on just falls down onto the boat. I'm like, Did everybody just forget about Eric Stoltz? Wasn't there like a huge fucking deal about getting him to a hospital?
Yeah.
But isn't he breathing okay
like,
now?
Doesn't he have like, he has a hole in his throat after
Oh yeah, we keep getting away from that. Yeah. So he goes to like cut the rope out. Yes,
Eric Stoltz.
So he goes to like cut rope out of the like propeller or whatever like that and gets this little wasp, which I thought was a catfish when I was younger because he had just mentioned that right before.
Can we just talk about that for a second?
Swims up your urethra.
So this is something that I wanted to like kind of research into because it kind of.
Oh, if I'm ever jumping in the Amazon, I'm rubber banding the top of my dick off.
Okay, so I have it here. The film makes mention of the Candiru, a tiny catfish also known as a vampire fish, which has been attributed with the particular behavior of swimming into the human body through the urethra in men or vagina in women, where it lodges itself with its spines.
Barbs. Ugh!
This is not as common an occurrence as the film implies. Only one such incident is known to have happened to a man where a small catfish travelled into the urethra while he was urinating in a river. This account has been corroborated by Jeremy Wade in River Monsters, Amazon Flesh Eaters. So there's only one actual case of that happening. But the film implies that it fucking happens all the time.
No, it doesn't.
I love the way... Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because Ice Cube turns around and goes, fuck this, I'm going back to LA.
Well, yeah, because he goes, he's like, this river can kill you in 1,000 ways. And he's like, oh, I'm only afraid of this happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he goes in, and then we get this little, like, wasp that's something like, because it's just like a regular snorkel. It's not scuba gear or anything.
Oh, he like...
And he like inhales
shoves
this, like...
it in and...
Yeah, he, like, inhales this, like, wasp or whatever like that.
Gross.
And it's kind of just, like... Oh, to just spat it out.
He couldn't. It was lodged in his throat. He was trying to inhale, and as he inhaled, it just...
Stupid bitch.
God.
But
anyway, they gotta stab
very
his
smart for
out.
a doctor, aren't you? But yeah, he gets it up and Mateo's like, there's something in the throat. Like, okay, Clarice, like somebody's figured it out.
All right, Miss Clarice.
And yeah, they just kind of like take it out and throw it away or whatever, because it's just sitting in the mouth. It's like right here, but like it stung him like on the neck, so his like throat is like swelling up or whatever. So they have to give him like an emergency. It's not a tracheotomy. It's something else. They do it in Saw.
I think it is a tracheotomy.
It's no, I think it is. I think it's something different.
Oh my god, I'm gonna find this up now. Let me get this throat.
A tracheotomy is an opening surgically created into the neck through the trachea to allow. Okay, yeah, well, it is a tracheotomy. Yeah, I am right.
I am right.
Well, yeah, you know. But yeah, so they give him kind of like an emergency tracheotomy where they like just they clean off the blade with like whiskey. They just stab it into his neck, and then just have a pen in there for a while.
Oh god!
And every once in a while we hear like a like coming from him. So gross. Yeah. And he's just out for the count. He's just not in this movie anymore.
As I said earlier, he's practically a plot device. He's literally there just for the opportune moment of showing up and knocking John Voight's character Serrano out.
Well, why couldn't he have, like, they could have just merged Jennifer Lopez and Eric Stoltz together, because they're both kind of the reason they're going out there.
True,
you know, like there's no reason to have both of them in the movie, considering he's really not even in this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he like wakes up at the end once everybody is kind of like dispatched of, and puts like a dart or something in Saron's neck or in his back or whatever, and then he just falls into the thing, and then he's like, he was like, shit, fell out of his back, and there's just this shot of this like syringe in the water or whatever. And again, like this is one of those questions where I was like, they're littering in this river. Like there's a couple of scenes where people like throw their coffee off or like throw their shaving foam like into the thing, and I was like,
what is wrong with you?
Are they filming on location or no? I have to highly doubt that the scenes where they're like jumping in the river and all that kind of stuff are actually the Amazon. Because there's parasites and all that shit in the Amazon that don't swim up your fucking dick hole. But like there's plenty of, like there is plenty of ways you could die. Anaconda is just the one that worked, the one that stuck, you know.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because like that is just it really is. It's just creepy as fuck to think about something like that swimming up your dick. That's just the creepiest, weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, they're not even cute.
So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie.
Where the fuck are you going on? We haven't even gotten to the finale. We've only been talking for like an hour, bro. There's still 2 snakes to kill.
Well, we killed it.
No. So Cerrone like traps them finally, and like
it's Serrano.
it literally isn't. They don't ever say it like that.
They say John Voight.
Serrano, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so Cerrone.
Americans.
Latinophiles, am I right? But
Hi, every good time.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, get to your sink.
You go from being like the most quintessential chick from Kildare to being fucking like Speedy Gonzalez or some shit in like 2 seconds.
Sorry.
But anyway.
Maybe if you could
don't you mean
your anus. Maybe you should relax your anus.
Excuse me. But
I'm still waiting.
So this is like, we literally haven't gotten to the finale yet, like properly. So Cerrone like has them like all tangled up like in like rope and net and all that kind of shit like that, and then throws like all this monkey blood all over them, which again is the right color and the right consistency.
He also touches like that bone dust.
Yeah,
like it's like the snake has clearly been like vomiting like up like the remains,
like just getting rid of people.
Oh.
And then he does the like blasting of the air a couple of times because he's a failed priest.
Like, is he? Yeah, because he does mention it's like,
who said I fail?
Yeah, who said I fail? And like he does keep mentioning that, but then he
life
also
brought me to the jungle.
In a way, like he also is like, because he's obviously very cynical as well.
Yeah.
So like every time he does this or like the sign of the cross,
he never does it fully, and always kind of does it as a joke.
It's like half. Yeah, exactly.
Because
like,
even when Owen Wilson is dead, he kind of like and throws the whole bunch in.
Yeah.
She's like, "How dare you? You brought the devil." So it all kind of like happens or whatever like that.
This all does. No, I'll be fair. You're
it's
actually
very quick.
right. This does happen very, very quickly in less than what, like, say 5 minutes of screen time.
Oh no, it's more than that. Like the finale has to be like at least
the
10
actual
minutes.
explosion bit and all of that. That's
well, no, I'm talking about like the finale.
And then the snake.
The finale for me is when Jennifer Lopez and
in the head.
Yeah, like the finale is not even that. Like the finale starts like the last act of the movie when they kind of come to in the net.
Yeah,
and the snake. Oh god, the shot of the snake coming down was so good, and it really gave. Like,
it's
a lot
like
of scale.
from the aerial view.
It comes down, and then it comes down like this, and like only like the front half of the body is shown, and the other half is still up here.
Yeah.
And then it comes down and starts to actually wrap around them and shit like that. But then again, I'm like, what's your game plan, Snake? Because like, there's 2 people right here.
Yeah, like, are you gonna eat one and take the other, or what's going on? Are you gonna take it as a hostage?
And basically, like, big
is
JLO
this
fan.
revenge? Actually, come to think of it, like, cause,
is the
like,
Snake a JLO fan or an NWA fan?
Yeah. Is the Snake like getting revenge out here at the moment? Because like, I mean, the male snake is dead now.
Maybe.
So like, but also like you can see, you can see the emotion in its eyes, but
Get
you
the
can see
character like, study for the Anaconda and Anaconda. Get the fuck out of here.
But I'm talking specifically about the moment where like Serrano's character is just like all of a sudden,
who?
Oh shit, fuck off.
That's not his name.
Fuck off.
It's literally Cerrone, Paul Cerrone.
Whatever. Anyway.
Paul Sorrentino. No.
We got the soundboard mix out here, baby.
So you're saying?
Yeah, but I just think there's that moment where the snake does turn it and look at him in that way. Do you know what I mean? Like, the whole you.
Yeah.
You, like, the very much that Freddy Krueger moment where he looks up, he goes, out of the water, Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, you.
Because I think he's trying to trank it, like, in that kind of moment.
He's not trying to kill it. He's trying to capture it.
Well, he's, like, trying to, like, trank it or whatever like that. And I think he shoots at it. And that kind of like...
Oh, he fails.
Yeah, and that like distracts the snake long enough. Then it's like, okay, fuck these people. And goes after John Voight.
Why the fuck does he run for the ladder, dude?
I know.
That was... I literally looked at that. Way back when I've been like, oh my god, go
just
for the
get
ladder.
Anywhere.
But nowadays I look at it and go, why the fuck would you go up a ladder where it can very fucking easily get
you? Oh, so you have a gun.
Yes.
You got a gun, bro.
Yeah.
So he runs up the ladder, and again, another really, really great CG shot. Not even just for 1997, but kind of in general. Like, again, I kind of can't... Like, this whole scene will be up on the pod.
And how quickly that snake...
gets all the way up around.
Like, straight up that ladder.
It gets him on the shoulder and, like, pulls the whole thing down.
Seems to be a thing for that, doesn't it?
It's so good.
Getting it in the shoulder.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Yeah.
But, our shoulder fetish is a thing.
Is it? I kind of like getting...
A shoulder, bitten in the shoulder.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
But the stunt, this is one of the like poor stunts in the movie, because the snake and John Voight fall, and neither of them ever touch the ground.
Yeah,
they both kind of fall, kind of like a Universal Studios kind of a thing.
Yeah. Very slow and kind of controlled manner.
Yeah, it's all very safe. And then after that, he like gets up, and they're like, "Oh, we got you," or whatever like that. And they like pull the net up, and it like traps him or whatever like that. And then it just like wraps around him, and like, oh, it's so good. And it like this is where we get to see
best kill.
Well, because it's like this is the one where we finally get to see everything described to us how it kills.
Yes.
Because so far we've seen like the constriction and the swallowing, but we see it like all in one.
Yeah, because I think it was also foreshadowing, because he does say it earlier on. We did mention it, that he does say that the bones crack while you're still alive.
You hear it.
That you hear, or that you feel your veins explode.
Yeah.
And it was like it does foreshadow, because that's exactly what happens to him here.
Hold you tighter than your true love. It's so good.
It's great.
But the way it does it to him, and it's slow, and we get like all of these like cracks like of bones and stuff, and then there's like a close up of his face where it's
his jaw just dislocates
his jaw
to
just
one side,
pops out one side. Oh, and then it just swallows him up.
But there's no blood. It's all just like immediate bruising everywhere, and all of a sudden it's
like
just
swelling and like sweat and like goo and spit and all. It's so good. And then it just swallows him up, and we get to see all of it from the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
No. It's definitely just, as I said earlier, it's one of those deaths where I'm like, I would rather kill myself. I would do what Danny Trejo did at the beginning. I'd shoot myself in the head before I ever let that happen to me.
Especially because like I like low key want like a Cerrone like kind of like prequel to this. Like I want some kind of like what's their deal? Like snake trappers. Yeah. You know, I think that would be like pretty cool. We're also apparently supposed to get like a reboot of this series. Yeah. Like everybody's doing what Halloween did, where they just ignore everything
else afterwards.
Yeah, which I think is fine.
You can't ignore Anaconda versus Lake Placid.
God, we'll get there one day.
Robert Englund did say about the second movie, the opening scene was like them,
the Shurishama tribe,
about the orchid, or what was it?
So the second movie is called Anaconda's Hunt for the Blood Orchid, which is, and it's not
Blood
Anaconda,
Orchid.
it's Anacondas, you know, very aliens. But the Blood Orchid is basically like this flower that kind of like extends life and like kind of rejuvenates you and shit like this.
So it's like
which explains
super
why
interested for human beings.
Exactly. It's like, you know, people wanting to like a pharmaceutical kind of trip. They go to this same kind of area and they find like it's like the fountain of youth kind of, but it's not that like poorly like thought out.
Yeah.
But it explains why all the snakes are so big, because if they don't die at like age 10, or if they don't die at a certain age, they're just going to keep growing.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing for crocodiles and sharks, as we know. It's like they can just keep growing until they die.
Yeah.
And yeah, it kind of gives a little bit of a backstory, but the opening to that second movie is the Shurishama tribe like hunting. They're hunting like a tiger, or like fending off a tiger or something like that, and then the tiger runs in the opposite direction, and we see this like really quick shot of like a huge piece of body just like moving through it's actually really good. Yeah. But the snakes in that movie look awful. Yeah. Because they don't look like anacondas. they just don't. But yeah, so they kind of come up with this like huge plot to like, right, we're gonna blow this fucking snake up. Yeah. We're gonna like light it on fire. Well,
it's more Ice Cube's idea, which I love.
Yeah, well,
he just immediately seizes control of the situation.
He does, and he's like, I'm gonna go up the smokestack, and she's like, no, I'll do. She goes, no, I'll do it. I got the legs, because I think he like got his leg fucked up by the tree or some shit like that. Oh, and she just forgets her doors work.
Him in the, I think it's the thigh or something.
Oh yeah. And she just forgets how doors and hinges work. Yeah. But just before that, Cerrone gets thrown up, gets regurgitated by the snake. I think because like the snake immediately goes after them right after it eats them, and it's kind of like, okay, well, fuck this. Yeah. I can't I can't be as agile as I want with a fucking human, with a person from Paraguay. Is that me? You crazy?
Impersonating a Paraguay.
I'm Paraguayed. So that was terrible. That was awful. But
no, I think this whole shot is very much a camp factor here when he fucking winks at her. It's hilarious because I mean obviously we up until this point, I mean yes, his eyes open, you couldn't tell if he was alive or dead.
Yeah.
But like when he's like, he just like flops up against her, and then as she steps back, he winks at her, and then he falls over.
God.
But the fact is, if you actually look at his body,
he's like pink. He's and slimy.
Pushed in.
Oh
like,
yeah.
All of his bones, like his arms are slapped to his sides. Like his midsection is like crushed inwards, and that's why his arms are like pushed in, and it makes total sense. It's
in my head,
gross.
I'm like, what does that feel like to be inside the Anaconda and have it like running around, but have it like just moving around real fast and shit, you know? So the plan kind of gets devised. Ice Cube like becomes like leader, but I also do like that they are like very much a team, and like it's established from the first scene, or like from the first scene where we're introduced to all these people. These two are like friends.
They're tight,
from before.
Yeah,
they're tight.
Okay.
Jennifer Lopez is so tight.
Now that she's back with Ben Affleck, she is.
Oh my god!
Girl.
So. That's like a thing again.
Yeah.
Bennifer? I'm telling you, I have a Von Dutch back beside me. Bennifer is back in the news. Oh god. Did you ever see his back tattoo?
No, never. I didn't even know he had a back tattoo.
I'm sure he's happy that you didn't know he had a back tattoo. I'll show you after this because we actually have plenty of time. Oh my god, Ben Affleck's back tattoo is awful. But anyway. So Ice Cube like skewers it with like he just immediately finds this huge like pickaxe, and is like, let's go, and like
I don't know
out
why
all
the
the
snake
oil
didn't retaliate.
Because Jennifer Lopez is sexy.
No, I
get
the
She's
attraction.
jealous.
Yeah.
She's vying for Ice Cube.
Yeah.
She wants him.
She could eat him next.
Yeah.
After mating.
Biblically, yeah. The sequel is babies that are half Ice Cube, half giant Anaconda. Oh god,
we got some nagas up in here.
I want to see that. That'd be fucking cool. So, basically, they're like, right, we're gonna light this fucking snake on fire. We're gonna blow it up. We're gonna trap it in the smokestack. Jennifer Lopez goes up top, forgets how doors work, and so does Ice Cube. He goes push on the hinges, which is literally the opposite of where you're supposed to push on a door. These people just. They don't get it.
It's stupid decisions in horror.
So they
every last Friday of the weekend, every slab.
So they blow it up. They light it on fire, and then it comes out of the smokestack, and we actually get to see full length of the snake from tip to tip.
Yes, because it like because the smokestack like disintegrates basically, and then the snake just like collapses down into the bayou or like the water area.
God, but we get to see like the full length of it. It's like
massive.
Bigger than the size of this smokestack.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that it's like it got to the top where she obviously jumps off, and then its like tail is like still down in the actual like
this is Mama
factory
Snake.
area. Yeah,
like she's big.
Yeah,
and
she's pissed.
She's pissed and she's on fire. But again, I'm like, damn, this like animatronic is like holding up.
On fire and big.
Hell hath no fury like an anaconda, slightly widowed. Slightly widowed, just fully widowed. Hell hath no fury like a anaconda wanting to fuck Ice Cube. So, her anaconda definitely do. Because Ice Cube, I don't know if you noticed, but he's got buns on.
Why not? Sure.
I think I said at the start, human chair of the week, Ice Cube.
Why not?
Oh god, Ice Cube is so pretty. But
human chair of the week. Yeah.
We'll get that. We'll like have.
We're gonna have a tune. We're gonna have a tune for that. Yeah. Let's make it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make it.
Yeah. We'll make a fucking harmony out of it.
So the snake like falls out. Oh my god!
The harmonies.
Are you?
Oh my god!
Are you caught up?
So far,
I really like this top four.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I enjoyed the top 4. That's all I'm saying. We'll talk afterwards.
You wonder why it's a top. He's a top. It's a top. It's a top situation.
There's 2 I would let top.
Tangent, St. James, Lalaurie, Delacroix,
Whatever.
Van Cartier.
So
that's like your safe word for tangents.
But this snake holds up really well because I'm like, not only is this snake animatronic on fire, but it's also in the water and it still looks really good.
Yes.
But it's also yelling. I don't know, like the entire way throughout this movie.
Yeah,
the snake's
it's
kind of
screaming in a way.
But okay.
Echoed. Sorry to kind of cut you off, but you know the one that got the male that got shot in the head 3 times. Its scream, it fucking echoed a scream. Did you notice that? And I was like, what the fuck? It's literally dead, and also it's not human.
Yeah, that's why snakes can't vocalize.
Yeah,
that's not how they.
They can only hiss.
Yeah. Which is kind of completely absent in this movie. There is no
there's no
or anything. There's
also,
one scene of tongue
do
flicking.
anacondas do have tongues?
They tongue flick, yeah.
They do.
There's one scene, it's the kind of where Jennifer Lopez is like, what is it? It's like that first attack where they get it on the hook, and it goes through the thing. She has her back turned, and then she turns around, and it's like flicking the tongue or whatever.
Male anacondas have been observed sticking out their tongues to pick up female scents, according to San Diego Zoo. Like much of their lives, anaconda mating takes place in or near the water.
He was trying to fuck JLO. JLo and Ice Cube.
Everyone is out for a piece of tail.
They could have been married off. A snake is nothing but tail. But they could have been married off. Danny and Ice Cube, or Danny and Ice Cube, those are the same people. Jennifer and Jennifer Cube, Anaconda Cube. Sorry.
We have a power couple. We have a power couple.
Jenaconda. Okay.
Oh my god.
The scene is they both get up, the thing is kind of finished. They both get up on the boardwalk, or whatever kind of little plateau is there, and this is the scene where I was like, this looks so janky. Where
this is
they
something...
they just shove this snake's head,
up
which
through
is
the
not part
boardwalk.
of the same prop. It's not part of the same animatronic. They just shove it up through the boardwalk and have it look around, and Jennifer Lopez is freaking out, and Danny just. Not only does he call it a bitch, he also skewers it through the head a bunch of times with the pickaxe.
Yeah.
So good.
The way the snake goes out, again, it's the same thing with the blood. It's done perfectly.
Yeah.
It's done really, really well. And I love the fact that it makes that kind of into the water.
Oh, yeah.
And you just very slowly see the pickaxe descend into the water with it. I love it. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. But it also reminded me of those... like you said, just very janky ass endings where Jason Voorhees would pop up out of the boardwalk.
But that's exactly what it is.
It's literally that.
Except that Jason was a hand puppet.
Yeah,
it looked,
a sock puppet.
Literally, it was a sock puppet.
Like a submarine telescope.
It looked so bad. But again, I think they were very, very smart to show. If a shot was shit, they only showed it for 2 seconds, the reverse waterfall or the CG people kind of getting spun up. But even they looked quite good.
Yeah, they did. But it's, as you said, they're so quick that unless you slow down that shot, you wouldn't really your mind registers as what you would have seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not taken out where I'm oh my god, look how fake that snake is. You know what I mean? It doesn't fuck it up for me. But also, Eric Stoltz at the end of this movie just missed everything.
Yeah.
Just missed.
Because
as soon as he snaps around, he goes back to sleep.
In the boat and not gotten up, you would have been fine.
They would,
You would have been fine.
What happened to my fucking... Where's my crew? Where's all the people I'm fucking paying to be here?
He got out easy. He got out easy, I tell you.
Or where's literally all these people? Where's Westridge, the celebrity that people are going to be asking about? If 3 of us show up back in fucking California with nobody, we're going to go to jail.
I mean, the Shirishama tribe aren't going to fucking testify to
exactly. You get,
they're
you
fucking
get the Shirishama up in court.
The people of the mist, girl.
Oh, no, it was 2 gigantic snakes, Your Honor.
But also, I love the fact that, like, after everyone has nearly died and, everything's standing, camera rolling, okay. Because, like, they literally go back to the documentary. I'm like, your boat is fucking nearly sinking.
They
and you
kick
whip out
Baby
the
Bird's
camera.
body out of the way and rolling, you know what I mean? Take 5. Everybody's fucking dead. How are you going to explain to this?
So stupid.
And they find the Shirashama tribe. They were like, you know what? He was right. Life does find a way. Sorry, that's the right thing. But
Chaos theorist.
he fully brought them to the right place. But
wanted the snake on the way.
But honestly, if
he got what he wanted, I suppose.
But if he had just been honest, been like, yo, I capture snakes for a living. If you bring me up this way that you're already going, I'm going to grab a couple of little snakes, put them in my bag, whatever. I'll bring it to the Shirashama. Warrior snakes, by the way. There's warrior snakes.
Yeah, there's the queen, and then the warrior snakes are the males. Yeah.
And once you get past all of these, you find the head of a giant anaconda or whatever like that. And, but yeah, we get to see the Shirashama tribe just kind of...
rock up. They just rock up and like, where the fuck is all this noise coming from?
What up? Yeah. They watched that all go down.
Yeah. They literally sat there and were like, we're not fucking dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
Goddamn white people,
white
man.
people. Only one of them really is, though. Fucking Eric Stoltz. The Shirashama turned to say, isn't that guy that was in that movie with Cher?
Yeah. Eric Stoltz mass people.
Weren't you in Fly too?
Yeah. Were you with that shitty recast from Back to the Future?
Weren't you originally Marty McFly? Didn't you get fired from that Doc Brown movie?
Were you that drug dealer in Pulp Fiction? Yeah, are you gonna deal me some coke? I mean,
what is this like? This
asking
is
for a friend.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Anaconda.
I loved this movie.
Oh yeah, I had a really, really good time.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I just want to say one more thing. The funniest thing in this movie, I don't know why, is an anaconda picks up a monkey body and just throws it at Wesley. And he like, like he looks so disgraced by it happening. I love it.
I love that. That's pretty much like, that's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of a snake just like spitting at you, like pity spitting on you.
Me and this snake are not too far, are like dissimilar. Both want to fuck Ice Cube. Both have a massive disdain for the British. But can you blame the snake, honestly?
Oh, yeah, true. I totally get it. I mean, also, like, again, if you look at it from the point of view of the snake, it's a home invasion movie. It's
Get
like,
away
also,
from me.
Like, literally, they blew up the wall with all their babies on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Of course they'd be pissed.
Just so many of them fucking baby snakes landed on that boat.
Oh, my God.
So
As I
many
said,
of
it's a
them.
Medusa wig for the boat. I totally get it. But also, like I said earlier, like, I remember enjoying this film. Like, I enjoy this film much more now than what I did way back when. You know what I'm saying?
It's because you don't realize what you miss as a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And, like, to be honest, I haven't seen this movie in, like, probably, like, 2 years or something like that.
I haven't seen this, I think, about maybe... Same as Lake Placid, maybe 10 years.
Oh no, I loved it. Like I have a poster for this movie above my bed. Oh, also this poster was one of my favorite ones as a
Just
kid.
the eyes.
Just the eyes.
Beautiful.
And that's it. There's no like alternate.
And it's
posters
painted.
for
It's not
anything.
some photographing. It's a painting.
It's so good. And they're like they're like acid green, like font and stuff like that. I think what is it? It's like this one will take your breath away or some shit like that. That's
like you can't scream if you can't breathe.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. I
and
love
then
it.
It's like the red font with the like slight green like backing to it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's beautiful. Loved it.
So that was Anaconda, guys.
Loved it. I love it.
Yeah.
1997, directed by Luis Llosa.
Highly recommend.
It's amazing. Highly recommend it. Double feature for sure.
Yeah.
For like if you want like a good back to back, afternoon night movies, watch Lake Placid and Anaconda for sure.
Yeah, they're kind of like spiritual like sequels
Brother and
to each other.
sisters,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
They pair really, really well together.
They do.
They're exactly the same kind of vibe.
Plus, they're only made like one,
Like
2 years apart.
Yeah.
It's like it's a perfect combination.
Or released at least 2 years apart.
Yeah, it's a perfect combination. I really, really did enjoy these two movies, and yeah, I mean, like in fairness, I'll give it to them. There are some shots, but they do still stand up. Like in fairness,
but I think like that's kind of exactly the charm of these kind of movies.
Yeah.
Like also like just a huge nostalgia factor.
Yes,
like I grew
of
up
course.
watching these movies kind of in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, That was Anaconda.
I love it.
I really loved it.
It's really, really good. Go watch it.
Yeah. So next week for the slab, I think we've decided to predetermine it and just choose. We're not going to leave it up to a vote, right?
Did we?
Didn't we?
I don't know, did we?
I thought we were just going to do B movies.
No.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to leave it up to a decision. We always leave it up to them to decide.
Not always.
Not always, yeah, okay, fair enough. Last one.
So you're a liar. So
yeah.
you're a fucking liar.
So you think
so
you're
you're
somebody.
a dirty fucking liar.
So you think somebody.
So you're a dirty fucking liar.
No, I don't.
So you call me a fat bitch. You call my granddad a black asshole. Never heard that. Oh my god, okay, wait, so just very, very quickly. My name, like, just to explain that. Some context. Her neighbor or whatever like that, she's like this like little girl or whatever like that. She said to Gabby one time, we can cut this out if you want to, and she was like, you just call my granddad a black asshole, just like completely out of context.
Wow.
Her granddad's not black.
Girl.
I don't know if he's an asshole or not. He's not black.
All granddads, that's so major.
Oh, so you call me a black asshole.
So
you were so shocked right there.
So next week we have. Can a bitch continue? So next week we have the slab. Episode where we probe, postulate, and perform. I guess we need to find another P there. I know there's another P, but there's always another P. For next week, and we have two decisions. Now we want to leave it up to you, of course, because some of us thought for some reason it was one decision already. So we are going to do B movies, which of course is quintessential for creature feature. But I thought it would be interesting to also put up Lovecraft, because that is essentially nothing but creature feature in many ways, in more ways than one, because he's essentially all-knowing, unknowing, insanity, tentacle monsters, and many eyes, tongues, and mouth and teeth, and all gnashing teeth and fury.
Watch me make a bunch of fake accounts to vote against this fucking Lovecraft.
So we're going to leave it up to you. Let us know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. Vote. Make sure to vote on our Instagram page. It will be up. And let us know what you think, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, to the YouTube channel. And like, share, and follow our Instagram page for some more updated daily content.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think. If you have any recommendations, if you want us to retrospect or review something, or a topic that you've always been interested in, you want us to have a chat about, please let us know. And don't be afraid to sound off.
Please.
And you've been listening to
They're Here podcast.
A dirty discussion of all things creepy and fucked up.
With no Vaseline.
Going in hollow.
Yeah, unpleasant dreams. I'm gonna go fuck up this shepherd's pie.
Yes.